Okay, this is day 2 of simplifying radicals, and believe it or not, you really need a lot of practice with this. So you're going to do probably this entire worksheet. We're not going to do it together, but I will do one with each out of each block with you, and then if you get good at these, you can go really fast. But if you're struggling, let me know, and I'll help you out. So let's just pick one from each block. We'll pick the hardest ones, I guess. But none of them, honestly, are hard, I promise. I don't know what would be hard. Let's do 98, the square root of 98 here. Let's do the square root of 63 here. Let's do this one, the million. And it doesn't matter. How about this one? Okay, 3 square roots of 175. So we're going to do these 4 together, and then the rest you can do by yourself. Or you can work together with a partner if someone's working on the same thing as you. So the square root of 98. Well, 98 is even, so if I take half of 98, it's actually 49. And 49 it's only got 4 factors, 1 times 49 and 7 times 7. So 7 times 7. So I got 2, 7, and 7. So what's going to come out are the pairs of 7. But don't forget, because there are 2 of them under the radical, they only come out as 1 outside of the radical. So the analogy that I told you was that as if you were looking for your perfect match and you found them, and you go out, you leave the house, you go out on a date, but you're not seen as 2 people anymore, you're seen as 1 couple. So when the 7 comes out of the radical, it's not 7 times 7 anymore, it's just 7. And the 2 got left behind, and it had to stay in the house. So the final answer is 7 square roots of 2. So let's find it on the, there it is right there. And all of you, if you don't find your answer, you know you're wrong, so you need to ask for help. Okay, the square root of 63. 63 is 7 times 9, and 7's prime, but 9 will break down to 2 3's. So what you really have is 7, 3, and 3. So I got 3 times 3 times 7. And you can tell that we have a perfect match here. We have a pair of 3's, and they're going to come out front, but poor old 7 has to stay in. So we have 3 square roots of 7, and that's the answer. And that's weird that they're both on top, but that's okay. Alright, we have 1 million. So let's do that one. The square root of 1 million. Comma, comma. Okay, so I can break this down, and the weird thing about the powers of tens is that they work perfectly. They work just like you think they would. They're not deceiving at all. So if let's say I take these 3 zeros, okay, and make 1,000 here. And let's say I take these 3 zeros and make 1,000 here. I can do that. And you can check it in your calculator. 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000. And all I'm really doing is deciding on how many zeros I'm going. I could have also done, let's say that I didn't take, we'll just redo it, okay? So let's say I didn't take 1,000 and 1,000. Let's say I took these 2 zeros and made it 100. Then that would leave me 4 zeros here, so I would have to have 10,000 over here. And that would also be 1,000,000. I'm going to go back to the original, the 3 and 3, just because I think it's easier to deal with. But powers of 10 are actually pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to break down 1,000. Well, actually, I don't even need to go any further. If you think about it, if I rewrite this as 1,000 times 1,000, I already have a perfect match. 1,000 is going to come out front. I really don't need to break it down anymore because I already have the perfect match that I'm looking for. So the 1,000 is going to come out and there's no radical left because there's nothing left in a radical. So the answer will be 1,000. Alright, last one is 3 square roots of 75. Oh, 175, I think. I always think about quarters when I have to deal with things like this, and I'm thinking, how many quarters would I need to make $1.75? That would be 7. So this would be 7 times a quarter, which is 25. And then 25 will break down to 5 and 5. So I really have 7 times 5 times 5. But I can't forget that I had this 3 out here to begin with, so I have to make sure I bring it over. If you drop the 3, you'll get a wrong answer because 3 has to stay. And then we have 5 times 5 times 7. And of course I have a perfect match here. The 5s will come out front. And I'm going to multiply those by the 3 that was already there. And I get 15 square roots of 7. And I look for my answer, and sure enough, right there it is. So I just want you to practice. Start with the easiest ones first. Start with this block and then go to this one and see how you're doing, and then progressively get harder.